Hey Google, stop. All right, guys, welcome to Trader for Life. This is John. Just want to give you guys basically the update for stock market ending on 7/5, July 5th or July 5, 2019. I will cover what basically we've been seeing. Market basically has been going up to 3,000 on ES futures. 3,000 it hits on Friday. I apologize on Wednesday because Thursday is closed. So we have a half day on that, and then on Friday, market closed on Thursday, market open on Friday, on the 5th. Then market basically sold off on the job number, and the job number basically saying that yeah, we hire more people. Market doesn't like it because if the market is doing well, that means the Fed will not cut interest rate. Basically, that is currently projected by the end of July. So if the market is doing well, so the chance of the Fed cutting the rate will be slimmer, and market doesn't like that because it's a free money. It's a less interest for everybody for business, and market basically sold off, and then it bounced back all the way higher than its open, and is basically close to the gap where it was closed yesterday. I'm sorry, on the third, which is on Wednesday, close to 3,000. So we are a little bit short, about 4 points short or 6 points short, and then basically just close right here. If you look at the daily candle, we're basically creating a bottoming tail, which is a very good um, buy, basically from the buyer. So where's the market going from here? I mean, looking at this, we're just like on the 52 weeks high on Wednesday. Now, I do think the market will keep continuing going up. It does have a potential to go up to, if I can project this, let's say if we pull some Fibonacci here to here, okay. And let's see if I can adjust that right there. We do have 3130, 3120. That will be my first projection. Where's the market will going? Or I think there's also another one 3030 right here, but we'll see. We're basically on the no man land, which is there's nothing to see on the top because we're making 52 weeks high. Let's say if the market pullback, where's it going? So I do create the pips right here. Um, on the daily, we're probably projecting right here on the pip 28.98, and then the 50% pip, which is the same conjunction right there with the support around 28.64, 28.64.65. That will be the target right there if it's pullback. Um, so we just have to see what's coming next week. Market right now currently is overbought condition, but it does have power to continue to keep going up. Um, and we do have a full moon coming up on 7/15 in July 15. So I do expect the market will keep sideways before the full moon, and it might be have potential to go down. If it that's the case, it could be also the other way around. The scenario two, we pull back, and then on full moon we keep bouncing from there, and then we're basically expecting if Fed will be announcing uh, interest cut rate cut on the end of the month, July, and then if it doesn't, then it's gonna keep going back down, or if it does cut the rate, then we'll explode higher. So that's my take on the whole market. So we just have to see day by day where's the market going. Nasdaq future, it's also making a new high, 79.09. So that will be the market. The laggard is IWM. IWM is still not making a new high, so there is still a lot of potential. Um, uh, this guy basically either going higher or going lower. So it's something that we have to pay attention on that. SMH semiconductor, it does make um, a pop right there when the trade war basically with G20, and then it just starts selling off after that. So we'll see where's the next week will come, but I do see this might be just a sideways for us. We see the trend line right there. If we can draw this as the channel, you can see right there the channel. So we're still within the channel. We might pull back and then keep going up this sideways until the Fed announcement. I do, in my personal opinion, I do not think Fed will increase, or I'm sorry, will decrease the interest rate cut um, this July because the market is doing well. We're in 52 weeks high. But I do think when the market sell off and then we do see a bigger pullback and then the trade war is still not solved between China and US, because right now I think they just basically, yeah, we're holding off any new trade war or any new tariff, then that doesn't mean it's solving the trade war problem. So um, we just have to see where it goes. Yeah, in terms of the bigger market condition, we're basically in the limbo state. We just have to pay attention where is it going. I want to cover up here. Um, you can also look at XPX. Just looking at this is probably much cleaner um, picture comparing with my cost. You can see right there XPX, and then we can see Q. Okay. The funny thing with QQQ, it seems like we do not. Oh, we do make a 52 weeks high on here on Wednesday. So OWM is still lagging, I believe, but it does better because it's above 50 and 200 moving average. SMH, probably the same scenario. All right, so and then IVD, same thing. They're all above 250. The same thing with Dow, 52 weeks high. Okay, so overall market is still bullish, and I do expect we're doing sideways or to continue grinding higher. Um, but keep in mind, the top is it's near, so I do not expect it's gonna keep going higher than even like 3,500. Sometimes analysts is just crazy. They keep telling, oh yeah, we can go to 3,500. No, I don't think that will happen, especially with this trade war and all the um, market policy and financial interest rate cuts. Yeah, so there's a lot of pending stuff. So I do think there's going to be a lot of volatile the third quarter and the fourth quarter because there's a lot of unknown at the moment. So we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, a couple of stock that I want to cover. I do have position on EA. It's against me. I do want to cover this. If you do follow me on the group, this is something that you want to pay attention. Let me delete some of this stuff that probably not making any sense anymore. So going back here, EA, we do have the triangle here, and we basically broke up with the news that EA will be launching Apex 2 Legend, Apex Legend 2, and also there's also an analyst hedge fund upgrading EA to 116 or above. So we basically went up and then we hit the 103 or 7. That's the highest that we ever go. And then the next day we pull back. So there's I was looking at what was caused this pullback. I mean, it does pull back on a small volume on Wednesday, and then Friday basically just continue sell off. Um, and then I found out there's a couple things that trigger this sell-off. One is this insider sell-off. The CEO basically selling a 2.1 million share, 2.1 value of the share. So he sold it around like 101 something, which is close to the high here. And then it just basically sell off. There's no news at that time. And also July 2nd, right? That was the release of the Apex Legend 2. Same thing, there's no news. And then I found out the next day or on Friday, people that basically playing Apex Legend 2 was expecting they can play, but it seems like EA was having a server issue. So it was very slow. And I did look at the Twitch as well. There's a lot of people basically in the gamer channel that people complaining, yeah, it does take longer time that it should be. But once they're in, it wasn't lagging anymore. It was pretty good. So I don't know. It seems like maybe EA has a lot of competition and there's a lot of underground battles between the Fortnite and other games that maybe somebody is DDoSing the EA server. So I don't know. This is just my speculation, but I do know the server was a lot slower on the release day and also sometime this week and this weekend. So I do expect that will get stalled. Um, Looking at the channel, the candle here, it does creating a bullish engulf, bearish engulfing right here. On the first day was selling off, and then the second day come also with the volume there. Although there's a support here, which is the 90 $90. That's also the if you look at the yellow line right here, the downtrend channel or the triangle bottom, we do close above that. So I do expect we're gonna have to bounce on Monday and next week. I do not expect it will go higher than this. So we're gonna be in the range between this blue line and also the yellow line. That's what I'm expecting. Um, if it if if we do have a better news about the servers, people are better viewer on the game, people play more. That will create a better, um, I would say a better, might be a forecast for the earning. The earning will be on 7/30, which is July 30th. Um, that will be after the market. Excuse me. And if it does better, then we do probably have a pop. I do expect EA it might gonna touch the 121, the $125 eventually, but we don't know when. Um, it's just a matter of time. But this 101, 102 that need to be breached, and then this is within the value. So this is where I want to see between here, here, here. Okay? So that's where the value. It might be higher, but I'm just expecting where it's going. Another thing is the second range is between these. Okay, that's where we are right now. Now, if it does 90 break, oh my gosh, I probably have to cut loss because we do expect to go lower to the 78. Okay, so we just have to be very careful, pay attention on this. I do have a bigger lot position here because I bought when it was low 90 to 50. Also when I bought it at 102. So I averaged down probably around 96, $97. This is on options. Yeah, so I just have to see. And then if I can hatch, I probably want to sell 105, maybe 100 here, just to take the credit on the call side while we're basically going sideways and collecting that premium. And if it does break even, I probably want to get out because I don't know where is it going. I do think it's gonna go higher, but I can trim my position not to be in the larger position, just probably 5 contract or less to expect play with earning. So, but overall, it's still against me. Although I do make money here when it was going up about 1,300, but it does against me about $1,000 now. So we'll see where it goes next week. So that's for EA. Now, related to EA, ATDI, I just want to see the whole gaming industry market, right? Just to see like, hey, why EA is pulling back, but not the other one. So when EA pulled back, ATDI was making a new high. So that's also kind of put me in a better position. Like, hey, the pullback may be just temporary. But the next day, with the whole market sell off on that job news, we do basically ATDI also pull back, but it does now pull up again and making a bottoming tail. So we just have to see that TTWO Tech2 Entertainment or Interactive Software. It's also making a very good bounce here. So it's not 52 weeks high, but on the Wednesday, it does make a 52 weeks high. Sorry, not 52 weeks high, but it does make a higher. So, which is good. Now I just have to see if it does continue going high, which is it can go to 125, 122 here. I do expect EA and ATDI also bounce to 97. So we do have some room basically to break even or at least kind of make a little profit from that. So that's my overall take on the gaming industry. Now, a couple things I want to talk is GLD. GLD basically a position I bought here, and then after that, I sold it the next day, making about 400 profit. But it does pull back because the job number basically saying that the market is doing well. Same thing with the job number and Fed expectation that will not, they probably will not increase their, or I'm sorry, to cut their rate. So I do expect this 128. I do want to see that it go back to the 128, 129 area. I want to buy again for long term, and this is a long term play, which is 2021. So that will be something that I want to do. GDX, same thing with the miner. Although miner, it does looks better, uh, but it's in the same position here. 24 will be the good area, or maybe somewhere around 20, yeah, 24 right here, which is the gap fill. So it's always a good play as well. Um, what do I have here? Financial GS. I was looking at this and it was very, very good. Um, Testing that one, two, three, 4, 5. Um, Financial does have higher potential to go back to the 220 area. So especially this GS right here, it can run. So it's been like making these. I don't know. I would say maybe it can be a inverse head and shoulder, or some people also call it the cup and handle. So it does have potential to run. If it does run, you can see this from here to here. It's about 20 points. So I do expect this will go up. If we could, if we do that, then yeah, 235, 220 to 230, 210 to 235, about 15 points to 20 points. So that will be my first look on financial. If you look at JPM, the same thing. Citibank, even better. Wells Fargo, it's a little bit lower, but it does make the same inverse head and shoulder and cup and handle. Um, what else? Let's go take a look at Amazon. Amazon, it's making a very good move here. Although we are basically testing the resistance coming up shortly. Um, for me, it's probably not a trade. Um, Same thing with Netflix, Facebook. Facebook does have, let me see if it's making, nope, same thing. All right. Who else? Apple. This is probably something I want to do. The Apple I mentioned last week, and also in the group that 203 it does have run. Probably will also test the 210 area. This one has potential to run, but I don't know if I want to buy right here though because it looks like it's overbought for me. That's why I don't really like to chase it, especially if the market just in the top level here. Probably just gonna look at EA and other stuff that it might have potential to run more. Super slow, all right. Now, if you look at here, let's change it to William ER and then RSI. Yeah, I mean, we're like closer to the top, although it does have room to go, but William R is already too high for me. I don't know. We just have to see. If it's pullback, then it does have room to go. If it does keep going high and something that I don't want to chase, it probably will fall back pretty quick. Um, it's something to learn there. Probably better also just selling full credit put spread. So that would be also another thing. Tesla, I want to see Tesla. Before we go there, let's go here. Tesla. Let's have it here because I do have the channel here. So this channel, it's broken. We do have the better delivery and produce car. Basically the new record for that, and that's why we have the top open at 240, close at 235, and then on Friday we basically pull back at 233. 235 was the support. Um, so we still go back to the support area here. I do think Tesla will maybe has the potential to go up. I do probably want to sell at 215 or 220 area. We just have to see, like, this is also another trend channel here. I'm going to change this to blue color so that will be easy to look at. And then let's take it to right there. All right. So it does have the room to go down to 30 to 28, 27, and then just keep bouncing here and playing this channel. Yeah, the short is basically covering their short and running without their pants. So Tesla is making a comeback, although the fundamental of the company, they're not making money. So you just have to understand that I don't want to hold this company for long. If you along with the stock, it probably the best way, just in and out. Um, I mean, it might go back to 300 again, but for me, is I don't want to hold the company that is not making money. Although they're making a brand, though, so that's a good thing. Overall, I think long term, maybe they will have a break even. Um, but yeah, at this moment, they're losing money, so I don't want to be in the stock because it can fall down anytime soon because of bad news and bad earning. So yeah, this thing it can pull back and then bounce. Probably will play this next week as well. Um, what else? Um, VIX. Let's cover volatility here of VIX. It's on the way down to 12 again, but you know that basically when it goes to 12, there's something going on and it pop again, right? Like this one, you see that multiple times, even like the low volatility here, and eventually it will pop. It's just a matter of time. If you look at the weekly, same thing. It can go down here for a long time. So it's just a matter of, you know, maybe we'll go inside sideways for months here, or maybe through the end of July and wait for that Fed announcement. So nothing really to follow on that. I do look at a couple things like the Shopify. This stock went up too much and basically start pulling back. So you can see right there, that's making a couple doji, also same bar. So it seems like it's just gonna go sideways, but eventually I think it might go down. Just a couple potential that you have to pay attention to 85 to set up a load here. If it does break that, then yeah, that's going to go down. 240. Yeah, that's my Shopify, Microsoft. Um, Same thing. I mean, it's tough to play with Microsoft, especially when you want to short it because they are making good revenue. eBay, same thing, sideways. Square. This one does have potential to go up because I do like this cup and handle. And you'll basically just get sideways here. Um, $70 again. Maybe we can sell here. Let's see what's the trade for next week. July, about two points. To 75. There's a lot of volume right there. So it does have room to go up. Let's say if I sell 70, I don't have that much. 19, take here. This one has better because it's $3 expected move. But look at that. Where's the earning? August. So when is this? That's July. This looks like their earning might be as good. So this is also another stock that I probably want to jump in next week. Um, Maybe I have to do more research here. Yeah, if they're buying it, whoever buying this is not, they either know something or they might be dumb because they're really buying out of the money. They're paying 4 cents for 1,000 of contract, so that's about $400. But it's losing money. I don't know why, unless there's going to be a news coming out. Somebody knows something. or they're just basically done. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to buy the 85. It's too far out of the money. We were like 10 points, and expected move is $3. So unless there's a big news coming up next week, um, in terms of, you know, they're basically, yeah. See, August 1st for earning. CEO, Venmo, App Tracker, 22 million additional downloads. So if it does have, okay, there's an upgrade, $100. Yeah, some of these just basically speculation just because of the analyst upgrade. They're buying 10 points ahead. That's not a good, um, it doesn't mean that they will make money unless there's a big, if you want to play like, I don't know, maybe like Jan, and then buy 80. That would be make sense. Or buy in the money, like 70 or 75, even that. That's even like achievable because July, it does have 5,000, July 12, it does have 5,000 ball in there. So it does make sense that it will hit 75 because it's only like 60, 69 cents basically. That's achievable because the ATR for this guy can be up $1 or two. So yeah, see, this makes sense. This is even a spread. Somebody's basically either selling this, they know it's going to be going above that. So yeah, this is a good thing to look at next week's where I'm going to put the note here and then we look at EA next week as well. That'll be my free setup. Um, and then if you want to do GLD, there will be 149 and then probably short 5. So that will be thinking about overbought condition. But that will be a least thing I want to do because I think market will have room to go up. It's not that much, but I just don't want to be getting in the wrong place. I will probably see wait until next week and then probably put position, short position for SPY. That will be the better way. Okay. All right. I think that's it. No other questions here. Okay, looking everything good. All right, that's pretty much I have, guys. So I will be putting this on YouTube shortly, and then just watch from there if you are not able to attend today. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your holidays.